Friends, welcome to the channel. My name is Hako. In this video, I want to be kind of doing some debunking and some just halting of some fear-mongering. Now, I put my Yishwan showcase out today, which is the one you're seeing right now. It's an M0 showcase of Yishwan. And on that video, I had some concerned people, a little bit panicking because they had heard, I still don't know where this originated from, but they had heard that Yishwan is a must pull. It's almost gun to your head kind of deal. If you want to be able to clear content in the future, you need Yishwan because there's a new boss in Critical Shiyu that has a mechanic called Miasma. And specifically, the boss puts on a Miasma shield, and then we need to get rid of it, although Yishwan can kind of bypass this shield. Now, this shield has been made out to be the end of mankind, and then only one person in the entire new era can deal with it, which is Yishwan. So I had a bunch of other projects planned to record and edit today, but I kind of got pivoted into this because I did this boss during one of the first days of the creative beta server, and I didn't think too much of him. He was cool. I loved having a new enemy to actually fight, some new mechanics, and just going through him at that time, I barely noticed the Miasma. But when I saw people kind of panicking, I'm like, did I miss something? So I went back to Critical Shiyu, and the first team I tried out was M0 Evelyn, Astra, and Lighter. And I had the boss dead within 40 seconds. And that had me a little bit huh. And my Astra and my Lighter is now M2 because I've been doing recording at M2 level together with other characters. So I decided let's test this further. So I switched out Astra, I switched out Lighter, and in with Colida, in with Caesar, with M0 Evelyn, Colida, and Caesar. I clocked in at 1.5 minutes. Now it was quite a bit longer because I could not kill the boss on the first stun window. But basically, if you have a strong enough team, you can kill the boss before you even get to his mechanics, basically. But most of the time, if the boss survives the first stun window, he will after the stun window, he will do a big channeling, and footage of all this will be coming out, by the way. Whenever we record anything from the creative beta servers, we kind of need to just have it approved so we're not showcasing anything under spoiler territory or showcasing bugs or stuff like that. So a full showcase of everything I'm talking about coming out tomorrow. But yeah, Evelyn, Caesar, Crida, 1.5 minutes. Then I decided to keep testing it. I'm what teams can we try? The buffs that are available right now is heavy incentivizing Yishwan and Ellen. Although this boss is resistant to ice, I was you know what? Let's try Ellen. And even with Ellen, I got 1.5 minutes clear. I tried out a Jane and Vivian team, same there, dead within 2 minutes. And just put this at its peak, I tried a Corin team. So I put Corin, Trigger, Astra. A team that doesn't even have Corin's additional ability activated. And with the Corin team, I clocked in at, let me check now, 1 minute and 34 seconds. Corin main carry against a new bad Miasma boss that can only be dealt with Yishwan. Now, like I said, I have no idea where this originated, but I can only assume that the content creators that have tried this out and are still saying it, that either one, they are deliberately spreading misinformation just to, fearmonger and get some click, because it's kind of a juicy video if you can tell everybody that oh my goodness, Hoyo is forcing you to bah 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 bah. And in terms of engagement, that's probably a spicier video than making a video saying, everybody, we're gonna be kind of okay. Everybody can deal with the Miasma stuff, only Yishwan deals with it, slightly faster, slightly better. But in terms mechanics in the game, it's far from the most annoying one. Now, what the people that may or may not know that are saying this, is that we can actually go and read about Miasma shields in the random play. We can take a little bit of a look at the book. And the book tells us that in order to get rid of a Miasma shield, we need to damage it. Certain things will damage the shield more. And those things are ultimates, dodge counter, and defensive assists. And if you play into that, the boss is kinda easy. I'd rather face this new boss than, the Raptor that just jumps around and shoots missiles, 100%. And the tactic I found to be the most successful is, during the first stun window, you use your ultimate on your main character, your main carry, but you save your other 2 ultimates. When the boss enters into his Miasma state, then we pop the ultimates, we pop the EX special attacks, and the shield will be almost gone. So the big bad Miasma face that is, being blown out of proportion, it usually lasts maybe 15 to 20 seconds at most. So it's a bit lengthier than, when Pompeii becomes untargetable and starts burning around in circles. A little bit lengthier than that, but nothing too bad. And now if you go up against enemies, you refuse to, learn how to fight them, then I can see this guy being a problem. If you don't save your ultimates and you don't focus on getting the shield down, yeah, then you can be there for a while. And I'm not saying he's a complete cakewalk. If your main and only carry is Anton, you're gonna struggle a little bit. But I tried out as many teams as I had time for and that I could think of. And like I said, Korin, 1.5 minutes, a little bit more. And even Nekomata around 2 minutes. Yes, Nekomata. So tell you what peeps, this new scary horrible Miasma mechanic, it's gonna be alright. And this video is not made to, cause beef with anybody saying otherwise. It's more just to calm people down, because I could see people getting riled up, and I don't like that, especially when there's no, reason to. Instead, let's focus on the amazing anniversary that is arriving this Friday. Everybody, as always, thanks so much for watching. Have a big hug, and until next time, Hako out.
Neon lights bounce off her curves. She's got that body that swerves and serves. In the city, she's the queen. Titties like you've never seen. She's pixel perfect, all in view. A synthwave dream, she's breaking through. Electric hearts are skipping beats. She's got those titties that can't be beat. Anime titties glowing so bright, bouncing through this neon night. Pixel skies and curves that rise. All I see are titties in the skies. Hako City knows the vibe is real. Titties that make your circuits feel.